Thank you, viewers at home. Now we still continue from question 3. Here we go straight forward to question 3. Question 3 there says a certain number is subtracted. Let's take the number to be s. Let the number be x. Let the number be x. Now, if the number is x, so we are saying a certain number is subtracted 4 times from twice the square of the number. Twice, 2 times the s, 2 times the square of the number. Then that number subtracted is, they say, a certain number is subtracted 4 times. 4 times that number. So this is what we have. And we're told that and the result is 70. So what we have is we have 2s squared minus 4x equals to 70. So now with what we have, we can now break it down. For us to solve this, since we now have 2s squared minus 4x, take this one in, minus 70 equals 0. Now at this point, the coefficient of s squared is 2. So let's divide through by that 2. Divide through by 2. So that will be 2s squared over 2 minus 4x over 2 minus 70 over 2 equals 0. So we have s squared minus 2x minus 35 equals 0. So from what we have now, we can now continue. We want to look at that certain number. What is that exact number? So that will be s squared. The factors of 35 will be 7 and 5. But which one will be minus, which will be negative? Since our number here is negative, minus 2x. So the first one will be minus 7x plus 5x. That will give us minus 35 equals 0. So we have s squared minus 7x. Then we have plus 5x minus 35. Close the bracket. So we have x into, that will be x minus 7 plus, we bring it out here, 5, common factor. Remaining x minus 7. But plus times minus will give us minus. So it's correct. 0. So we have x plus 5 equals 0 into x minus 7 equals 0. So we have x plus 5 equals 0. X minus 7 equals 0. So this will be x is equal to minus 5 plus 5 out over is equal to return to minus. Then x is equal to 7. So what is that number? The number that actually led into this expression is 7. If you try it now and you say, come back to this, that was where we've gotten the real expression of the whole question. If you say, if 7 is x, square 7 will be 49 times 2 will give you 98. 4 times 7 will give you 28. 98 minus 28 will give us 70. So the expression is correct. Thank you. Now we move straight forward to number 4. Number 4. Now the number 4 expression says the present ages of two siblings are 7 and 8. In how many years' time? When you hear in what problem under quadratic equation and they are saying how many years' time, that's plus. If they are asking you how many years ago, some so number of years ago, you minus it. But when you hear in how many years' time, it's talking about plus. So that means if the two of them we now have 7, that's the first one, plus x, that's the age of the first one, and we're told that in how many years' time will the product of their ages be 159. So we have 7 plus x. The next one will be 9 plus x, because we don't know what in how many years, but the product gave us 195. The product here gave us 195. So from what we have there, then we move on by saying if we have this, then we can open the bracket. That will be 7 times 9 will give us 63. 7 times x will give us 7x. X times 7 will give us plus 9x. X times x will give us plus x squared is equal to 195. 195. Let's demarcate the question so that they won't be mixed up. So from what we have, we can rearrange. X squared, add these two together will give you plus 16x plus 63. Bring this one in, minus 195 equals 0. So if we are having this, it will be x squared plus 16x. Let's take this and this together. That will give us, we have plus, that will be minus 132, which is equal to 0. So from what we have there, if you look at the question, reading the question is saying, in how many years' time? Are you getting it now? In how many years' time will that be? So we come up by saying, we want to look for the factors of 132 that will give us this. So let's quickly, if we can't get it that way, let's look at those two numbers. Now, when we are given, if you have 6 and 22, 6 and 22, when you add them together, 6 minus 22 will give us 16. So when you multiply it together, it will give you 132. So we have x squared plus, this is plus, that will be plus 22x. That's what we have. Then minus 6x. Because when you say 6 times 2 will give you 12, remainder 1. This, that's 12 plus 1, that's 13. Minus 132 equals 0. So what we have is x squared plus 22x, close it. The signs will be in between, then you open again. X squared minus 132, close it, equals 0. So the next thing you have x into x plus 22 minus, because that's the common factor in between them. Now from here, we have 6. It will be cx plus 22 equals 0. Number 10 is whatever you have in the bracket must be here for that equation to balance. So we move on by saying x minus 6 equals 0. Then x plus 22 equals 0. So we have x minus 6 equals 0. X plus 22 equals 0. So we have x is equal to 6 and x is equal to minus 22. So we now want to know, we cannot have negative a number of years. We can't say in minus 22 years time. No. The answer is in the next 6 years. So that is when their ages will be like that. And if you want to get this, let's go by saying 7 plus 6 or 7 plus x into 9 plus x equals to 195. So we have 7 plus 6, 9 plus 6 is equal to 195. So we have 13 multiplied by 15. So when you multiply these two together, it is going to give you, that's going to be, if you have it like this, 1, 13 times 15, 5 times 3, 15, remainder 1, 5 times 1, 5, plus that one 6, 1 times 3, 3, then 1 times 1 is 1, 5, 9, 1. So from here, we've gotten it correctly. That is 195. That will be 195 is equal to 195. It has fulfilled the rule of equation, equality of both sides. So thank you. We have come to the end of the class today. We've talked about what problems on quadratic equation. In the next class, we are going to go into what problem under simultaneous equation. So till then, thank you. God bless you.